The insurmountable scoreline, October 10th, 1971, stands as a date etched in football history. On that autumn afternoon, Borussia Mönchengladbach achieved what statistical models now prove can never be repeated in top-flight football, a 12-0 victory over Borussia Dortmund. This scoreline, the highest margin in Bundesliga history, belongs to a different era of football entirely. Modern defensive tactics have fundamentally transformed the game. The average goals per match have plummeted from 3.4 in 1971 to 2.8 in 2024. Financial fair play regulations have changed the landscape, preventing the kind of talent concentration that once enabled such dominant performances. Furthermore, professional squad depth in contemporary football means no top-tier team can ever be as vulnerable as Dortmund was that day. Recent history reinforces this record's untouchable status. Manchester United's 9-0 victory over Southampton in 2021 required a red card in the second minute to achieve such dominance. Liverpool's identical scoreline against Bournemouth in 2022 came against a newly promoted side, finding their feet in the top flight. Since that fateful day in 1971, no match in any of Europe's top 5 leagues has come within 3 goals of this historic margin. The goalkeeper who the rules. Rogério Ceni didn't just break records, he redefined what was possible for his position. The São Paulo legend's career statistics read like a striker's resume. 130 goals scored over a 21-year career from 1992. This remarkable tally includes 69 free kicks, 61 penalties, and 1 goal from open play. The next closest goalkeeper, José Luis Chilavert, managed 67 goals, less than half of Ceni's total. Modern football structure makes this achievement mathematically impossible to replicate. Today's goalkeeper training focuses exclusively on shot stopping and distribution, while set-piece responsibilities are divided among multiple outfield specialists. Career longevity at the top level has decreased significantly, with the average now standing at 15 years. Contemporary squad rotation policies further reduce the number of games played, making Ceni's record increasingly unreachable with each passing season. The Champions League miracle. Clarence Seedorf's achievement of winning 4 Champions League titles with 3 different clubs, Ajax 1995, Real Madrid 1998, Milan 2003, 2007, represents a perfect storm of circumstances that modern football cannot reproduce. The champion retention rate has to 12% since 1995, while financial fair play regulations have decreased player transfer frequency between top clubs by 65%. The competition's expansion means players must now navigate % more games to claim victory. Modern squad registration rules severely limit the kind of multi-club flexibility Seedorf enjoyed. Even Cristiano Ronaldo, with his 5 titles, required 9 years at Real Madrid alone to build his legacy. Since 2010, only 3 players have managed to win the trophy with 2 different clubs, underscoring the mounting difficulty of Seedorf's achievement. The last one-club legend, Paolo Maldini's 24-year career at AC Milan, 1985-2009, represents the final apex of an extinct football species. His numbers tell an extraordinary story. 902 appearances, 24 seasons, 8 league titles, 5 Champions League victories, and success under 7 different managers. However, market forces and modern football structure have eliminated the possibility of matching these figures. The youth academy promotion rate has dropped by 78% since 2000, while the average age for first-team debuts has crept up from 17.8 to 21 years. Career length has shortened by 23% due to the game's increased intensity, and transfer market pressures make player movement inevitable rather than optional. The unbreakable minute streak. Peter Shilton's record of 1,005 consecutive league games played between 1966 and 1997 stands as a testament to durability that modern football physically cannot accommodate. The game's evolution has created an environment where such consistency is impossible. Today's Premier League season comprises 38% more high-intensity sprints per match than in 1966, and players cover an average of 13.2 kilometers per game compared to 8.4 kilometers in Shilton's era. Sports science has revealed that this increased physical demand results in a 47% higher injury risk per minute played. Combined with mandatory rotation policies and increased squad sizes, Shilton's Ironman record becomes mathematically unattainable. The closest any player has come in the modern era is Brad Friedel's streak of 310 consecutive games, less than a third of Shilton's mark. The goal-scoring season that defied physics Physics. Dixie Dean's 60 goals in a single First Division season, 1927-28, represents more than just a scoring record. It's a mathematical impossibility in modern football. Dean achieved this feat in a 42-game season, averaging 1.43 goals per game. In today's tactical landscape, where teams average 38% less possession time in the final third and face sophisticated defensive systems, such productivity cannot exist. The record has stood for nearly a century, with modern greats falling significantly short. Even in an era of enhanced attacking tactics, Mohamed Salah's 32 goals in 2017-18 and Erling Haaland's 36 in 2022-23 demonstrate the vast gulf between past and present possibilities. Mathematical models analyzing modern defensive positioning and goalkeeper reaction times suggest that 45 goals represent the theoretical maximum possible in a 38-game Premier League season, the international cap record that time forgot. Ahmed Hassan's 184 appearances for Egypt between 1995 and 2012 set a benchmark that modern international football has made unreachable. The restructuring of the international calendar, combined with club commitments and mandatory rest periods, has created a ceiling on possible international appearances. FIFA's new regulations mandate minimum recovery periods between matches, effectively limiting the number of internationals a player can participate in per year. Statistical analysis shows that even if a player debuted at 18 and played every possible international match until age 35, the maximum achievable caps under current regulations would be 162. The modern record holder among active players, Cristiano Ronaldo, reached 200 caps in 2024 after starting his international career before these restrictions were implemented. The cup final that changed history. Arbroath's 36-0 victory over Bonaccord in the 1885-86 Scottish Cup represents more than just football's highest-scoring professional match. It marks a statistical anomaly that modern football's structure has made impossible to approach. The professionalization of football, standardized training methods, and basic tactical awareness mean that even the largest skill gaps between teams cannot produce such a scoreline. In the modern era, the largest victory margin in any professional competition was Vanuatu's 46-0 win over Micronesia in 2015, but this match wasn't officially recognized by FIFA due to Micronesia's non-member status. In FIFA-sanctioned matches, no team has come within 20 goals of Arbroath's ancient record, the attendance record that architecture can't break. Maracana's official attendance of 119,000 for the 1950 World Cup final between Brazil and Uruguay represents more than just a crowd record. It's an architectural impossibility in modern football. FIFA's current stadium safety regulations, implemented after the Hillsborough disaster, mandate all-seater stadiums for international matches. Even the largest modern venues, designed with optimal space utilization, cannot legally accommodate more than 90,000 spectators. The current Maracana, renovated for the 2014 World Cup, holds a maximum of 78 out of the 838 fans, less than 40% of its record attendance. This drop in capacity isn't unique to Brazil. Across world football, stadium renovations prioritizing safety and comfort have permanently reduced maximum attendance figures. The transfer fee that inflation can't touch. While modern transfer fees regularly make headlines, one record remains untouchable when adjusted for inflation and relative market size. Diego Maradona's 1984 transfer from Barcelona to Napoli for $6.9 million. At the time, this fee represented 71% of Napoli's total market value and 11 times the average Serie A club's annual revenue. In today's market, an equivalent transfer would cost approximately $1.2 billion, a figure that financial fair play regulations make impossible. The current transfer record, Neymar's $198 million move to PSG in 2017, represented just 18% of PSG's market value. Modern financial regulations prevent any club from allocating such a large percentage of their resources to a single transfer, making Maradona's relative transfer value an unbreakable record. The tactical revolution that can't be repeated. Helenio Herrera's Inter Milan side of 1963-1966 holds an unbreakable record, the longest streak of matches, 86, without tactical adjustment to counter opponent strategies. This achievement stems from a simpler era when game analysis consisted primarily of in-person scouting. Today's sophisticated analysis tools, including AI-powered tactical prediction models, make such tactical consistency impossible. Modern teams make an average of 3.7 formation adjustments per match based on real-time data analysis. The longest recent streak without tactical adjustment is just 12 matches, achieved by Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid in 2014. 2014. The complexity of modern football analysis ensures that no team can maintain tactical rigidity for any significant period. The generation game. Stanley Matthews' record as the only player to compete professionally across 4 decades, 1930s-1960s, represents a combination of longevity and historical circumstance that cannot be replicated. Beginning his career at age 17 and retiring at 1965, Matthews played through World War II, when normal age-related career trajectories were disrupted. Modern football's intensity makes such career length physically impossible. Today's players experience 3.2 times the number of high-intensity actions per match compared to Matthews' era. Sports science indicates that the human body cannot sustain such output beyond 20 years of professional play. The current longest-serving active player, Kazuyoshi Miura, began his career in the 1980s, but has played primarily in lower divisions since 2007. The economic impossibility. Real Madrid's record of winning the first 5 European Cups, 1956-1960, represents a competitive advantage that modern football's economic structure has eliminated. In that era, Madrid's financial dominance allowed them to maintain a talent monopoly that would violate current financial fair play regulations. The club's wage bill in 1960 was 273% higher than their nearest competitors, a gap that UEFA's financial regulations now cap at 30%. The modern Champions League's expanded format and financial restrictions make such dominance mathematically impossible. No team has won more than 3 consecutive titles since Madrid's original run, and statistical models suggest the maximum probability of winning 3 straight titles under current conditions is 4.7%. These records stand as permanent monuments to football's history, mathematical impossibilities in the modern game. They remind us that while records are meant to be broken, some achievements transcend the possible and become legend. The numbers don't lie. These aren't just records. They're the outer limits of what's achievable in football. As tactical evolution, financial regulations, and modern training methods reshape the sport, these benchmarks move further from possibility with each passing season. Each time a new unbreakable record is claimed, analysts rush to calculate its vulnerability. Yet these particular achievements remain beyond reach, growing more impressive with time. They serve not just as historical markers, but as testimony to moments when football transcended its own boundaries, creating standards that even future generations, with all their technological advantages, cannot hope to match. These records remind us that football's history is not just a collection of numbers, but a tapestry of human achievement that spans generations. They stand as testaments to moments when players and teams push beyond what seemed possible, creating benchmarks that will forever remind us of football's capacity for magic.